So here's my argument. As riot season comes into focus, I want you to understand something. Nothing is going to happen to the overindulged special people taking over college campus buildings. Not even to the twerps destroying said buildings and assaulting people. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. What is happening now is the dark money left is preparing its street-level forces. This is kind of a training camp for the Democrat Olympics when Donald Trump gets reelected. Now, many of these wannabe revolutionaries will end up working on Democrat congressional staffs by the summer. They'll be hired by AOC and Ilhan Omar and Ayanna Pressley. Some will go work on campaigns, and some will even get jobs in the Biden administration. It's just a pipeline. This is the farm team. The 60s radicals turned into the 90s Democrats. Some of the dinosaurs are still with us. Nothing has changed. But if 2024 was a clip, it would be this.
You're hurting me! You're hurting me! Ow! 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 Help! Help!
Bro didn't skip leg day, did he? I see the Department of Education in that person's future. Now imagine we didn't have a corrupt, one-sided media. If these little turd bags taking over college campuses were wearing MAGA hats, the coverage would be vastly different. But the media sympathizes with these mobs. They've been living in January 6th for 3.5 years. That event lasted a few hours. We are weeks into this, and it's only getting worse. It's growing. When a Democrat speaks, it's a noun, a verb, and January 6th. It's the little red button they push over and over again. January 6th, January 6th, January 6th. But this is young people changing the world. Nothing says revolution like, we took over a building, so can you bring us lunch?
Why should the university be obligated to provide food to people who've taken over a building?
Well, first of all, we're saying that they're obligated to provide food to students who pay for a meal plan here.
But you mentioned that there was a request that food and water be brought in, unless I misunderstood.
To allow it to be brought in. I mean, well, I guess it's ultimately a question of what kind of community and obligation Columbia feels it has to its students. Do you want students to die of dehydration and starvation or get severely ill, even if they disagree with you? If the answer is no, then you should allow basic, I mean, it's crazy to say because we're on an Ivy League campus, but this is like basic humanitarian aid we're asking for. Like, could people please have a glass of water?
But they did put themselves in that very deliberately, in that situation and in that position. So it seems like you're sort of saying, we want to be revolutionaries, we want to take over this building. Now would you please bring us food and water?
Nobody's asking them to bring anything. We're asking them to not violently stop us from bringing in basic humanitarian aid.
There's no crying and revolution. What was going on in the background? Does the Village people have a new member? What's with the eyeliner, the keffiyeh scarf, and the little midriff? What's going on? But humanitarian aid? Drink out of the toilet if you're thirsty. Humanitarian aid. She's definitely going to go work at the State Department. There are literally professional left-wing agitators running this operation. There's nothing organic here.
5, 6, 7, 8! 5, 6, 7, 8! Israel is a terrorist state!
Kids that are trying to document them being asked.
3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no
You're right.
more!
They are
5, 6, 7, 8! 5, 6, 7, 8! Occupation no!
Right there, you saw that haggard old bag. Her name is Lisa Fithian. She's a leftover far-left protester from the 1970s. She's advertised as a professional protest consultant. That's probably a major at Columbia, although she went to Skidmore. What is happening there and other college campuses is that it's okay to attack Jews. That's who they were pinning to the doors, by the way, with those turned over tables. But wait, I was always told that Jew hating came from the right? These little pukes think their violence is cute. And let's be honest, many of these Jewish students are kind of playing into a bit of a stereotype. Stop being afraid of these people. If you run, they'll chase you. Stand your ground. Don't be afraid. But you have to know, they would never pull this crap on rednecks, bikers, or Guidos. Look that one up if you don't know. But the truth is, sometimes the fight comes to you whether you want it to or not. There should be absolutely no federal money to repair the damage on these college campuses. Every one of these little pukes should be expelled, but they won't be because the university leadership supports this. They could have ended this on day one, but what we got was, okay, but you can't put tents down. Okay, but the tents have to go soon. Okay, but don't take over the buildings. Okay, we'll bring you lunch. What did you think was going to happen? People will get away with as much as you let them. But understand this. The FBI is not going to visit any of these people. You could have been walking in front of the Capitol on January 6th and snapped a cell phone pic, and you might have gotten a visit from the FBI. People are languishing in prison in Washington, D.C. for what amounts to a trespassing misdemeanor. These people are literally taking over buildings, destroying property, threatening to kill people because of their religion, and nothing is happening to them. You know, Republicans after January 6th felt the need to come running out. This is terrible. We have to be on the right side of this. January 6th, their right is the worst thing that ever happened. We have to protect our democracy. Oh my God, as a Republican, I want to go to cocktail parties and be invited on Sunday morning talk shows. January 6th. Democrats haven't condemned this at all. Maybe there'll be one here, one there. But the leadership, the party, they aren't saying, whoa, killing Jews? Hold on a second here. No, they're just taking their resumes right now. Let's see. Okay, you'll go work for AOC and you'll go work at the State Department. How about you, Department of Energy? If you think these kids are in real trouble, they're not. They're on their way up in the Democrat Party, and that's my argument.